Lieutenant David says something that you should definitely be on the lookout for is 2 cell phones. Parents are upset and say they feel blindsided about the recent news that both the principal and vice principal will not have their contracts renewed next year. Operation Wrong Exit is in full swing in Twiggs County. We are here for the 3rd Street festivities. We have pink ice cream for everybody here in downtown Macon.
I felt unsafe from the police.
On Wednesday, Lawrence Dixon had a typical day, dropping his son off in the morning and working as an Uber driver. But his afternoon was suddenly interrupted by the sounds of police sirens.
Outside of the garage. Right now, you have space with all your tools and protect them in the garage. Outside everywhere.
Pull down there in establishment. Pull down there.
I had a passenger with me. I was using my GPS to get to the location that I was going to. Never once had my phone in my hand.
Dixon was pulled over at Watson Boulevard and Houston Road in Houston County. Dixon mentioned his phone was on his phone mount during the entire ride. His dash cam also recorded all angles of his Uber ride. On Wednesday, there was heightened police presence due to the Thunder Task Force operation, where the Warner Robins Police Department and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety stopped drivers at undisclosed checkpoints. Most of their focus was on those speeding, driving under the influence, or not wearing seatbelts.
I just thought to myself, like, hey, I'm under compliance. You know, I have my license, I have my insurance, work hard for these things. I'm like, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, I don't feel like I should be pulled over. And as soon as I said that or thought that, that's when I got pulled over.
His initial thoughts once he realized he was being pulled over.
It's unbelievable. Like, I knew he must be trying to stop somebody else other than me. We were at the red light, and we were the first to go. So I knew we weren't speeding. I knew I didn't commit any crimes, so it was unbelievable.
Dixon expressed various emotions about the incident, but mostly he says he felt unsafe.
As long as they have the operation going on, even though I know I'm in compliance, of course, I felt like that was going to be a reoccurring thing. They were pulling over multiple cars, one after another, and they lied.
He believes the Georgia State Patrol troopers should face disciplinary action.
Very aggressive, and you don't feel like you could really approach them or talk to them. You know, he was shut down right away and didn't take time to listen.
Dixon says he received a phone call Wednesday night from the Georgia Department of Public Safety apologizing for the incident. The representative told Dixon he'd seen the video online and would be tossing out the tickets. I also reached out to the Georgia Department of Public Safety to confirm what had happened. They released a statement saying, "When a matter regarding one of our troopers is brought to our attention, we take it seriously." Mr. Dixon was contacted directly yesterday by Georgia State Patrol personnel. After further investigation into the incident, the charge against Mr. Dixon was dismissed. Dixon says he had prepared for a situation like this.
Protect yourself as much as possible. Always have license, have your insurance, have your documents together, and also have dash cam footage of what's going on, because you never know.
In Warner Robins, Fiona King, 41, NBC News.
It ain't what they think, how we live, like savage style or nothing like that there. I mean, we just living, you know what I'm saying? Just living.
William Barnes, Chief Operating Officer of River Edge Behavioral Health, says while the homeless may not be bothering anyone, the encampments aren't legal and they're not safe.
It's not clean. It's not healthy. You can imagine if one of them were to get COVID, there's no restroom, there's no bathroom, there's no showering facilities. From a physical health standard, that's not a good place to live.
The man camped out describes a situation he has seen often.
We had one individual, he left, you know, just brought the clothes back, came back to this.
After getting into a house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he feel more safer.
According to Barnes, it's not uncommon for individuals to return to the streets after being placed in a home.
We often encounter individuals telling us when they're in a homeless situation that it's their choice, it's their preference, that they prefer to be in open areas and living with groups like this encampment. We can offer them all the services, but they still have the choice to accept or reject them. So you have to constantly figure out how often can we go over and offer them services.
And with some homeless choosing to be on the streets, Barnes says River Edge will be there if anything changes.
We meet people where they are. When we ask them that first time, they may not be willing. We don't know what their circumstances were, why did they flee a stable environment for this, what most people would consider an unstable environment. So you have to constantly present yourself, make yourself available, that if they change their mind, we're available.
The man I spoke with said he has a home, but he chooses to stay out here. Right now, he's been out there for about 2 months and says he loves to be outdoors. He adds the friendships are a big reason why he comes back.
This is their home. This is their home right here.
In Macon, Fiona King, 41 NBC News. A hectic scene playing out in the Bibb County Jail. In the video, you can see Stephen Fawcett crouched in the corner, laying on the floor. Several deputies surrounding and deploying stun guns. You then see Stephen Fawcett being dragged into the hallway as the devices continue to discharge. In the video, you can hear a deputy shouting numerous times to release.
Release! Release!
You got him? He don't need to on.
Release! You gonna release?
According to the sheriff's office, Fawcett was under the influence of synthetic marijuana at the time of this incident. Fawcett suffers from paranoid schizophrenia. The family and the attorneys say he later died at the hospital. I spoke with attorney Maui Davis this morning before they received the documents requested from the sheriff's office. He says the behavior that day was inhumane.
He was a citizen. He was a human being. He was a young man with a disability, and he should have been treated as such. And because he wasn't, he is dead.
Attorney Davis says they will review all the documents and will most likely file a civil rights lawsuit against the county and the sheriffs involved. In Macon, Fiona King, 41 NBC News.
Trump has given everything to our country. You know, he took a bullet for us.
David Sumrow, the chairman of the Bibb County GOP, along with other supporters of former President Trump, took to the streets, rallying behind the president. Sumrow emphasizing the eagerness to get out and show support for the former president.
We wanted to go all around Bibb County, circle Bibb County with a great big Trump hug, and so showing some Trump love.
Supporters waving signs and flags throughout Macon-Bibb County on Monday, showing they're standing by the president, expressing their First Amendment rights.
We want to show our support for him and say we're not afraid to express our freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and freedom to participate in the political process.
Some sharing their initial reaction when they first heard the news of the attempted assassination.
Teenage son called me from work and he just told me Trump had been shot, and I about cried and I said, "Is he okay?"
Shock, surprise, anger that this was happening, and just wondering whether he was going to be okay.
Authorities are still trying to determine the shooter's motive. People here in Macon-Bibb County also wanting answers. We
need a full investigation, an open investigation with no cover-ups of what happened there. Why was that person able to get to on top of that building?
Not adequate security at all.
That was a security failure.
Yes, and I think that the director of the Secret Service should step down. I mean, she failed.
In Macon, Fiona King, 41 NBC News.
He was my baby. He was my everything.
It's something no mother wants to think about, the death of her child. And when the death is senseless, it's a pain that she says stays with her every day.
I remember him all day, every day. Just remember his smile. Holidays, I try to do things that we do, like going to the park, having families gathering, cookouts, cooking Sunday dinners. Just every day, I just think of him, and me and my family, my immediate family, get together and do stuff in remembrance of him. And I think about him all the time.
Amari was the youngest of 3 children and Felicia's only son. He would have turned 21 years old this November. Felicia's message to the community?
To all kids, find a sport or activity to get engaged in. Try to stay positive, motivated. Hang around people with positive atmosphere. Try to do right by people. And stay close to your family as much as possible.
After just 2 short hours of deliberation, the jury returned a verdict. Guilty.
Yes, I just threw my head down till the judge read all the guilty. Then he went to the next person. He said guilty. When he's done reading the last person charged, I lift my head up. It was just a relief. It was just relief.
That's a wrap on a new movie being filmed in downtown Macon here at the terminal station. Now, downtown Macon is ready for takeoff.